Welcome back to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to witness political explosion and eruption from the mountain. And in this video, I will explain to you why the UDA national anthem, Hatu Pangwingwi, can no longer be sung from that side of the country. But first, allow me very fast to thank you very much for the progress that we are making as far as the 100 shillings challenge for our sister Maureen is concerned. I realized that our sister is improving, especially on the psychological trauma that she went through. Yesterday, I attended one of the therapy. I told you that we have a doctor who also doubled up to as a counselor to ensure that she realizes that it was by God's grace that after all the torture that she received from her boss in Lebanon, she was still able to come back home alive. In many cases, such people come back home dead, straight to be buried. So she's coming to the realization that it was by a whisker, it was by God's grace that she's alive, even though she suffered physical and some psychological injury, but she's now appreciating the fact that she's alive. And I think that is very important. The madness and the way she went berserk whenever she remembered what happened has now subsided. She's now improving, and I like that. Those who played and requested me to extend because we were supposed to hand over the money on Friday are also doing a good job. Most of them are sending in something, and I want to thank you in a very special way. We only have Sunday and Monday, whatever it is, we shall give Maureen whatever we get. So if you still want to be part and parcel of this humanitarian exercise, please do something. 100 shillings challenge, 50 bob shillings challenge, whatever we have. To those who are sending something, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, the self-proclaimed Mount Kenya kingpin, come Mount Kenya spokesperson Rigathi Gachagua was at the forefront during the last campaigns, telling Mount Kenya that they had the freedom that had been yearning for. And he claimed that Uhuru Kenyatta, after they had voted for him overwhelmingly, painting the whole of Mount Kenya yellow, humiliating their son because they were voting against Raila Odinga, is now making a U-turn because during those campaigns he had said that UDA was the remedy to all the social, political, and more so the mega economic problems that he labeled on Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga. It is very funny that in less than 2 years, Rigathi Gachagua seems to be regretting that choice. Even after they had been sworn in, he warned Uhuru Kenyatta. They tried to persecute him, interfering even with the mother, attacking the mother and the son. And Rigathi maintained that they were on the right course, passing levies and taxes that they did not know were going to impact directly on the farmers from Mount Kenya. Remember, Rigathi Gachagua has stated very clearly that he speaks for Mount Kenya. They disagreed. He actually disagreed with the current Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja when he wanted to remove the long-distance vehicles from the CBD to Green Park, and he said that was going to really impact negatively on the businessmen from Mount Kenya. When Sakaja decided to close the bars and clubs which were located outside CBD, Rigathi was breathing fire because he maintained that was going to interfere with their businesses. And I remember recently he's been trying to curb the liquor problem, but it's still not working because just recently many more people died as a result of consuming some illegal liquor there. But it's really trying to ensure that he becomes the Mount Kenya kingpin and the Mount Kenya spokesperson. Remember, he told them that Raila Amolo Odinga had led demonstrations to kill their businesses. Even as we speak today, Raila stopped the demonstrations, but the businesses have died a natural death. Now, something funny is happening from that part of the mountain. It is being reported that Rigathi Gachagua himself lobbied Mount Kenya members of parliament to pass the Finance Bill 2023. And in that bill, there were taxes. I don't think Rigathi did not know the taxes that were inside there. Now, the farmers are crying over avocado taxes because we are being told that for every 100 shillings that is sold in the avocado business, there is a withholding 5% tax that they must remit. And they have started lamenting against it. The member of parliament from Gatanga rallied their supporters against paying the taxes, yet he was there when they were passing. So it is being recorded that Rigathi Gachagua is now saying hatuwezi umiza mkulima. Gachagua false tax government imposed on farmers. Now it is recorded there that Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua now says the taxes imposed on the Kenyan farmers were misguided. Were misguided by who? And it is reported there that he's saying that there is no need trying to give subsidized farm inputs like fertilizer. Then on the other hand, they are imposing more taxes. And he's telling them that he will talk to President William Ruto so that they can reverse this decision. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly subscribe to our channel if you're watching us for the first time or you are our regular viewer and you have not yet subscribed. Please click the notification bell to allow YouTube to notify you whenever we do a video like this. To those who help us share our videos, those who are our subscribers and they take their busy schedule to watch our videos and they support us in one way or the other, allow me to thank you in a very, very special way. Ladies and gentlemen, the statements from Rigathi Gachagua behold one to, try and make sense out of the statements. Because it cannot be that at one point, Rigathi Gachagua is supporting levies and taxes. And at another point, he seems to have just landed from the moon and he regrets. Now, he has said that it was wrong to impose these taxes and that he's going to talk to William Ruto as if it was William Ruto who imposed it on them. He's now revealing that maybe it was William Ruto. What exactly is happening? Number one, Rigathi Gachagua has realized that the mountain is sending a warning, and I'm sure that if elections were to be held today, Rigathi Gachagua would find it very difficult to persuade and convince electors from Mount Kenya to vote for William Ruto again, because he had promised them that William Ruto was going to lower the cost of living. He had promised them that William Ruto was going to look into the welfare of the farmers, the tea farmers, coffee farmers, now avocado. And I'm realizing that even the coffee and tea farmers are not happy at all. It is now very clear that they are overwhelmed. Whatever he told the electorates was a mere campaign gimmick. So he has realized that the mountain is changing. He's now trying to cool them down, and he's showing them that he's so much concerned about their welfare. But it is all fallacy, because he urged the members to pass the Finance Bill 2023 that contained all these taxes. Number two, Rigathi Gachagua is suffering from Gathoni wa Mushomba influence. Gathoni is one person who is the freest member of parliament from Mount Kenya because she freed herself, emancipated herself from the chains that William Ruto has entangled them with. And she speaks with authority. She now speaks freely. Gathoni told the members of parliament, the the Kenyans from Mount Kenya, that the very people who are now organizing for seminars and rallying you against paying the taxes are the very ones who passed the taxes. And so if they are serious, let them go back to parliament and reverse what they voted for, bragging of their numbers, the tyranny of numbers in parliament, as Azimio supporters rejected. So Rigathi Gachagua has just realized that Mount Kenya is now beginning to listen to people like Gadono Mushomba, who said very well that the Finance Bill 2023 was wrong and ill-intended from the onset. And now Rigathi Gachagua is trying to be relevant. He's trying to show that he's equally concerned about Mount Kenya people the same way Gadono Mushomba is concerned. But Gadono is serious about this. She saw it before the people passed it. She's now telling them, don't be cheated, because these are the people who blindly or knowingly passed all these laws. He is also coming to terms finally by the effect of Uhuru warning. Uhuru told them, sahi mnaambiwa dynasty mbaya, but a time is coming when you will realize that election is not about dynasties or the hustlers, because William Ruto had coiled this campaign against a class war. Those who he called the hustlers and the others he labeled, dynasties. And he said that Uhuru Kenyatta, Raila Amolo Odinga, Gideon Moi were the sons of the first fathers of the nation, and that they had never tasted the pangs of poverty, pangs of hunger. And he promised them that as an egg vendor and chicken seller, he understood the predicaments of our nation and of the hustlers compared to people like Raila Amolo Odinga. But Uhuru told them, just wait a moment and you will come in regrets. Mount Kenya, if you go to Kiambu, they are saying, Uhuru, forgive us for not listening to you. So Rigathi Gachagua is coming to terms, and he's realizing that Uhuru was actually right, and the people know it, because now they realize that Rigathi Gachagua hoodwinked them and forced them with a lot of fallacious stories and claims, and they voted against Uhuru's candidate. He has realized that he made a mistake because he supported William Ruto. They passed the Finance Bill 2023 without looking into the nitty-gritties. Right now, they're still grappling with one man, 1 shillings, 1 vote, yet there are other taxes and levies. There is no return, because in Rift Valley, they have been told that all farmers are equal. They have to pay taxes, because Rift Valley leaders are saying that they are also paying taxes. Their tea farmers are paying taxes. So there is no way the Mount Kenya farmers can be exempted from paying taxes, yet they passed it. It's very sad. So these are things that Rigathi Gachagua is coming in terms with. So the mistake that he made was to rush in supporting. William Ruto from the onset knew what he was doing. And even as we speak today, Rigathi Gachagua is realizing that William Ruto could as well be trying to seduce other electorates, because he's not depending on the Mount Kenya voters. He's got a different strategy. So regrets are grandchildren. They always come later. My Kiswahili teacher taught me, majuto ni majukuu. Yes. The last one, ladies and gentlemen. Rigathi Gachagua is realizing that Raila Amolo Odinga is no longer on the streets. And you cannot continue talking about Raila and Uhuru Kenyatta. People are telling them, enough is enough. Stop making noise and yapping about Raila, because Raila has actually given them time to govern, to build the economy, as they claimed that Raila wanted to sabotage their development agendas. So Raila is now, looking for AU position to leave them do whatever they do. So you cannot go back to Raila, to your people and tell them that Raila this, Raila that. And is realizing that it is not tenable to talk ill about Raila as they used to do. In Kitambo, it was very easy. This man wants to come to the government through the back door. This man wants to sabotage our economy. This man is going to the street. He has not accepted that William Ruto is the president. Raila has accepted that Ruto is the president, and that is why William Ruto and the government of Kenya has nominated him as a candidate in the African Union Commission chairmanship. So he lacks nothing. He realizes that he cannot talk about all the trivial matters about Raila, and is now trying to talk about serious issues that are bedeviling Mount Kenya. Because the more he talks about Raila and Uhuru, people like Gathoni Mushamba are telling the people we are talking about one man, one shillings, one vote. We are talking about the levies that are affecting our farmers, and is realizing that he must join into the chorus and the choir. But the real difference is Gathoni has challenged them. Go back to parliament, reverse your decisions. Even though Rigathi Gachagua is now saying that he will talk to William Ruto, this is a late confrontation because William Ruto cannot change it. If it has to change, the whole of the Finance Bill 2023 must be reversed. But do you think it is possible? It is not. Kenyans are now saying Kimewaramba.